Good morning, y'all. It's Susan, and it is Saturday morning. It is 6:25 a.m., and I have been up since 3:30. Just couldn't sleep. Greg got home last night. He got up with me at 3:30, and we've just been hanging out, and I've been putzing around in my craft room. I cleaned my desk off a little bit, and I have decided that this weekend, I believe the 9th, August the 9th, is the day that is the end of the challenge for Kimbo Kreations. And I am bound and determined I'm going to make cards, y'all. So it started, this first card, we're going to call this card number 1, and I don't have a clue to what I'm doing, so please do not take this as an instructional video, because it is not. I have very little experience in making cards, and it is just that. So my inspiration of the first card was this little chalkboard. I bought this. It came in a package of 3. I think I got it from Joann's on the back wall there, where they have all the little, it could have been Michael's, I'm not sure, but it was on the back wall. It wasn't exactly in the crafting section, but kind of, sort of it was. But it had a little gold cord on it, which the 3 or 4, whatever it came with, do have little cords, and I just kind of took that cord off. And as a matter of fact, I just used this right here. And I don't have a lot of card making supplies, but after I started looking around, I got some new storage things from Michael's for my paper, and this week I've been trying to find all my pads and put them in there, because I bought those magazine rack thingies, and those did not work out well at all. They just fell apart. I got them from Hobby Lobby. It was a bad idea. So anybody that's new with the paper thing and you're trying to figure out storage, don't buy those. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to start making, this weekend is going to be, I think, dedicated to making cards for Kimbo Kreations for her mother's happy birthday challenge. Kim just recently lost her mother, and I certainly understand to a degree what she's going through. As you know, I've had a personal loss of my own, and so when I saw the challenge initially, I wanted to do it, because Kim is so sweet, and she's very nice. She's generous, and and whatnot, and plus, being that losing your mother would be very hard, so anyway, long story short of it, I feel very strongly about this challenge, so I urge y'all to join this challenge with me. And basically, I am no expert card maker. Sorry, that's bad grammar, but from Memphis. So and I'm just going to have fun with it. I'm going to use some things that I probably, how people are destashing. I'm going to sort of destash, but not really. I'm just going to use some things that I probably haven't used yet. And one of the things I haven't used yet is this Chalkboard Studio paper. So I am going to use that paper. I also have some of this, and oh, you can't really see that. I'm going to have to lift the camera just a little bit, but I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. So this is a DCWV neutrals, the corrugate neutral stack, and it just has a bunch of different colors in it, basically. Some that kind of have a metallic feel to them, but not really, but kind of. Because that's what that's what I veer towards. And so the base, or part of the base, is I chose just this natural craft color cardstock, and the reason I chose this cardstock is because I'm not going to paint this, and this is kind of like that same color. So the piece of paper that I chose from the paper stack is this little this piece of paper here, and it's got some of that craft color in it, and it's kind of got a light mint green. So I went ahead and cut it, and I cut it kind of not the same size. And I cut another sheet. I just kind of did a little banner, basically, and it just says Happy Day. And so I've already done this once and messed it up and cleaned it off. So I'm going to do it again with y'all, which is really cool about pigment because you can clean it off pretty quickly. And this is white pigment. This is the Recollections pigment palette, which y'all know I have zero experience with as well. Sorry, y'all, I have my coffee. So when you're doing this, and I have these little stamps that I bought from Michael's, I think it was. You know, it's the little Hampton art, the little letter stamps. So I'm going to start off with doing my sentiment. Oh yeah, by the way, y'all, I'm not very clever on sentiments, so it's going to be pretty, it's going to be pretty basic. Happy birthday. If I happen to get clever part through this weekend, we'll see, but I don't know that I'm going to be that clever with sentiments. So I'm just going to try to put this on here the best that I can. And sometimes with these stamps it's hard to get the letters straight, but maybe with the chalkboard it's probably not that big of a deal. And see, already I think I have messed up. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean that off real quick. And the reason I say that is because the letters are so small that I want to center it more. So, y'all, I'm just learning myself, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot here. And if you guys make cards, I would love to see them. So, and you know what, Kim will show them online, so I'll see them there too. But I think it's a real sweet gesture. She's going to take the cards to the retirement home where her mother was, or to the one where her father is now. And I think that's a very sweet gesture. And I think Kim does a lot of challenges, and she responds to a lot of things and that kind of thing. So it's the least I can do to support her and her challenge is to go ahead and go into because this is not my comfortable place, right? So I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. It is really kind of hard to get these straight, just an FYI. I do like these, but if you are looking to get them, sometimes it's a little hard to, it might be a good idea to put like a little line here, a little dot, so you know what the top is, or how, you know, so you can get it on there straight. Actually, that's a very good idea. I would just take a little paint and put like a little black dot. That way when you're putting the stamp down, you'll know exactly, if you have these, you'll know exactly which direction your letter is going in. And I'm trying to also keep it in a line, so it should be interesting. The good news is it wipes off fairly easily, so which brings us to another conundrum. Is it gonna dry on here? I don't know, but we'll figure that out. If I have to emboss it, I have some clear embossing powder, and maybe that's what we'll do. And somebody gave me that tip. I don't know if that was Judy or that might have been Judy. I'm not sure. On one of my videos. It could have been Rosa. It's either Judy or Rosa or Kate. It's one of the three, which I think it was probably Judy, I think. Okay, but anyway, so yeah, because this pigment ink, it does not dry, and I kind of struggled with it, and I still struggle with it, y'all. I'm not saying I have mastered the ink thing. And speaking of ink thing, the Frugal Crafter has a great video about inks, about different inks and how to stamp and stuff. And I learned quite a bit from her, actually. You know, I did not realize that with dye inks, you need to leave the stamp on the paper for a little bit of time so that the ink is absorbed. I mean, that makes perfectly good sense. So, I don't know. You might want to catch her video. It's the Frugal Crafter. Alright, so I need to try to make it, so happy is 6 letters, H-A-P-P-Y, or no, H-A-P-P-Y, 5. So I want to kind of center it a little bit. So birthday is 2, 4, 6, 8. So 5, I need to bring it to about right here probably. Well, the good news is that if I mess it up horribly, I can always erase it. Chalkboard. That's funny. Anyway, or if I misspell it. Oh my goodness, how many times have y'all done that? I'm like horrible. Like, don't even ask me how to spell horrible, but so I hope you guys are having a good morning so far. Probably by the time you see this, I guess it might be past morning. But it was funny, I woke up this morning and just wanted to clean my craft room. Well, sort of. Don't get me wrong, it's not clean by any means. But I did put up some of the stuff that I was working with on my last project. I really got to figure that out too, because I pulled so many things out, and I think we're going to stick with that, but they didn't go on there perfectly. I don't know, what do y'all think? See it? It's kind of halfway on there. I think I'm going to wipe it off, just because I'm a perfectionist, and even if it doesn't bother me completely right now, it will. Alright. I'm just using a baby wipe too, and look, it comes off perfectly. So, alright. We'll wait for that to dry just a little bit, so it's not saturated. I also pulled out some of this pom-pom trim. I thought that might be cute on the card. I think I might do a white base. The white pom-pom trim, the white base, and the white stamp. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. So, but y'all know that I change my mind frequently. Alright, that's a little better. Oh, you know, I didn't really have to wipe that off, but I did, didn't I? Oh, it's kind of at a slant, but we're going to have to run with it. I'm not going to redo it again, because I think it is what it is. And I do try to keep the ink off of the sides, because this will transfer. These little stamps are very small, so you want to be careful. Don't push too hard. It can transfer to your project. Alright, well, I'm happy with that. I think it's pretty cute. There we go. And there is this little messed up place here. I don't know what that is. It was already on the chalkboard, and I couldn't find the other ones that I had. So, and you know, I pulled out all those sequin flowers the other day, and now I can't find them to save my life. So, I was thinking I could just put a little flower on there, and maybe I could just do the little pink flower. That's actually kind of cute. Though I have no pink in my card whatsoever, I was thinking that maybe I could just use that pink flower. Maybe that'll be just a cute little punch of color. Yeah, maybe we'll stick with that. I think I could deal with that. Although, I know I probably have some green ones. But as far as finding them, that might be very difficult at the moment. Because I can't recall where I put them. Let's see. And I do have some little pearls here, but oh, they're cute too. There's some pink pearls in there. I don't know. We shall see. I did pull these out, which these have a lot of color. Maybe I'll put one on there. I don't know yet. We're not desperate to figure that out at this moment, so we'll figure that out shortly. Okay, so now I have this base. Oh my gosh, y'all, I have no idea how to adhere this base. I guess we do wet glue. I have no idea. So I'm just inking my edges with black. And I use the archival ink because y'all know I like that. And I'm just doing it real lightly. I'm not really trying to distress, just trying to cover the core up. And I don't mind the little outline as long as it's not too distressing, because that's not my goal. Okay. Alright, so do I use tape, or do I use, let's see here. I mean, I guess I can use tape. I do it now. Oh, this thing is needs to be fixed a little bit there. Alright. We'll use tape. Alright. So, that is what my weekend's going to be this weekend. I might start something new on Sunday. I'm not sure. But right now, my goal is, and I probably shouldn't tell you my goal in case I don't make it, but I think it'd be really nice to have like 12. I don't know, that's way too many. I mean, to try to get done in one weekend. It may or may not happen. I don't know. But that's my goal. And I do have to go to the shipper anyway this week, so I got a laptop that I got to ship back to a client, so that shouldn't be a problem. I should be able to get it shipped out before the 9th, and hopefully she receives it in time. Alright, so I did, at first I wasn't going to show this border, but then I looked at it and I said, I kind of like that border. So I do have a border there, but I have a much wider border at the top and the bottom. Okay. I did do that on purpose. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place this on here so I know what I'm doing. And what I thought I might do was take this trim and go across the top, which I think I'm going to do. And I can go ahead and do that now. You know, I wonder how we keep this from fraying. I think what we'll do, I'm wondering if it's going to bulk up the back of my card. See, y'all, I have not a clue. Alright, so go ahead and cut this here. I don't have my Joanne stamps yet, but like I said, I was kind of just looking around my craft room while I was kind of straightening up, if you can call it that. And I said, well, you know what? I do have stuff I can make birthday cards from. I forgot. I don't know if y'all saw my Kanban haul, too. I bought a bunch of papers from Joann's, I think it was, or scrapbook.com. I can't remember. But I have a video. And I bought a whole crazy amount of Kanban paper. And Kanban paper is actually from, I think it's from the UK. And it's kind of an obscure brand because you don't see much out there on YouTube. But I'm pretty sure, I don't want to tell you wrong. Yeah, this is from West Yorkshire. So, yeah, I believe that would be considered the UK. But anyway, so this is the Kanban paper. And it is sentiment, like, see this one says happy birthday? And I know that's kind of cheating, but I pulled it out and I thought, well, you know, this would be a good time to play around with this paper. So, I don't know, we may do that. I'm not sure, but that's what I was kind of thinking. Now, what kind of glue do I need to use on this? I don't know about the quick dry. And you know, Eileen's is known for fabric, but I don't have the specific fabric glue. I wonder if I should try hot glue. You know what? If I can get the hot glue on there without making strings, that might be a better idea. Because this glue is kind of a, you know what, when you're trying to glue down fabric. Alright, let me plug in my hot glue. Alright. And ironically, y'all know I won one of Kim's card challenges. She did a bra card. It was so cute. But when she sent me my card, she also sent me a rack with it, and she sent me letters. So there you go. There's more sentiments. And I'm sure that I have some stamps somewhere that say happy birthday. I think, maybe, I don't know. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and wait on that glue gun to heat up a little bit, and then I'm going to just I'm going to use the same concept that I use when I do a vignette, you know. I told y'all how I like to do those, and basically the idea behind it is that everything is kind of the same width apart. It can be different shapes or sizes or whatever, but as long as you kind of keep it the same width, it makes good visual sense. So that's what I'm kind of thinking here. And I'm wondering, I think I should probably pop this up, which I pulled out some pop dots, but you know, what did I do with them? Which one? Why am I not seeing them? They should be out here somewhere. No, I specifically pulled them out. They're hidden. Uh-oh. Here they are. Oh my goodness gracious. I wonder if I should pop it up. Yeah, see, y'all, told y'all I'm just learning. I don't know what the rules are. If there are rules, I don't know what they are. So we're going to pop it up. Just because that's how we roll. Even though that is popped up already, does it make good sense to pop it up too? Oh, you know what? I just had an epiphany. Sorry, those are sometimes painful. Okay. I think I'm going to do this differently. I think I'm going to do it curvy. Yeah, why not? We'll do that. Okay, so I'm just going to use a little wet glue here. And we'll just go ahead and place this on here and let it dry so that I can work with it. And I just kind of want it, I want the same amount of paper to show. Alright, so we'll let that dry. And let's see if my hot glue is getting there. Which I know my glue gun does not reach, so I might have to be off the screen just a little bit. In a second. Yeah, I gotta get a, I need to get an extension cord. And I have one, but it's in my bedroom where my iPad is, where I charge it at night. Yeah, this is a fully furnished house, so some things are not very practical, like plugs, for instance. I did not do that the way I wanted to do it. Alright, let's see here. But you know what, I think this house was probably renovated. It was funny, we had an older gentleman, he came by, and he said that this was his father's house when he was younger, and he wanted to get a picture of himself on the stairs that go down to the beach or whatever. And obviously we let him do that. So I think his dad owned the house back in the 70s. So I don't know what year this house is. Oh, that's kind of interesting. I didn't mean to do it, but I kind of like it. You can kind of see the paper on the top, and that doesn't bother me, so I'm going to stick with that. But anyway, so, you know, I know our house that we renovated, I mean, it's, sometimes you put light switches and outlets in very strange places. Just happens to be that it works out. You know, and I had somebody ask me a question about getting like gluing laces and stuff like that on. I think it was Rosa. And I'm definitely liking, if you can manage it, the hot glue. Because I do know when you use wet glue, it's a nightmare. And y'all may know of a wet glue that's perfect. Gosh, if y'all do, let me know what it is. Although the hot glue seems to be working out for me, so... But it would be nice, I guess it's probably Eileen's, but when you're adhering fabric to paper, it can get definitely real tricky. And that's what I mean specifically, is what would you use to adhere fabric to paper? Is it the Eileen's fabric glue? Does that work on paper as well as fabric? I don't know. Alright. I have very little issue with the hot glue, though. That seems to work really well. Oh my gosh, I painted my ring. Alright. Oh, y'all, that's terrible. I'm gonna have to clean that. Alright. So yeah, I'm just doing a little at a time. That way I don't have any glue catastrophes, because you know those occur with hot glue guns. And one thing you might want to consider when you're making a card, which I have no idea, y'all, is just something that I recollected after I picked out this paper, was that I don't really think I have any envelopes. But I do have a Martha Stewart scoreboard that is specifically, it has the things in there, the lines, the score marks for making envelopes. So I don't know, if you want me to try those online with you, I certainly will. Just let me know in the remarks. Otherwise, I might try to do them offline, because that might be pretty boring. And, you know, I've never done them before, so I don't know how that's going to work out. I guess I can always buy some if it's a travesty, but yeah, that might be something that that I could share. You might want envelopes. But the neat thing too is when you make your own envelopes is if you do have embellishments and stuff on your cards, you can kind of make them as wide to fit the card as you want. Alright, yeah, there's some glue strings. I've got to work that out. I think I've got most all of them now. Alright. So people are destashing like mad. This is my first year on YouTube with crafting. So I'm still trying to learn what's going on. And some of the destashing is kind of freaking me out slightly. And by that I mean, I don't know if I should say the name, but anyway, so people that I enjoy watching are destashing like mad, like craziness. And so I'm just dying. I haven't left any messages, but I'm just dying to know what's going on. Meaning, I hope they're not quitting crafting, because, you know, some people, particularly, I really enjoy watching. Well, I enjoy watching everybody. I have probably 100 people that are in my, you know, that I've subscribed to. It could be more than that. I have no idea. I wish there was a good way to organize that. If YouTube could be listening, it would be great to have a way to organize you know, different types of channels, because I have anything from, what do you call it, from cards to stamping to mini albums, you know, wood, you know, stuff. I mean, there's such a variety of people that I follow, and it just would so be nice, which I guess you can do playlists, but I don't know. But anyway, so I think it would be really cool if they would give you some way to organize, kind of like, you know, favorites and, you know, Internet Explorer, how you can kind of create a folder and organize away. I don't know that that's dry yet, and I don't know that that's going to be enough glue. And you know, I could have used hot glue, but I didn't. I might need to give that a minute. Let's see. It's kind of dry, and we'll give that a minute. Alright, I'm going to take just a slight quick break, because this needs to dry too before we start manhandling it. And I might try to hit it with the heat gun. Oh, you know, and I do have some clear embossing powder. I need to probably try to find that. You know what? What did I do with that? It's up here. And I need a piece of paper. Y'all should see my dog. She's laying on the floor. She is not happy because we woke up so early, and she is not accustomed to that. She is used to sleeping in. I wonder if this is all still wet. We'll see. It may stick to some, and it might not. Alright. Ooh, it does have a green. This might be kind of cool. I think y'all had a good idea. Oh, you know what though? It didn't really stick. But it'll have a hint, so that's good. Alright. And what I'm going to do to get that stuff off there is I'm just going to take a little brush and brush it, just so I don't have a lot of residue. Although it probably won't hurt it. It'll look kind of glittery. So it won't be totally offensive. Alright. It didn't really pick up much, but it picked up a little bit. I don't know. Let's try something. I'll just kind of help it. Kind of push it. Hopefully I don't spear it. Oh, that looks interesting. That's a little better. I don't know if y'all can hear my belly. I'm hungry though. I need to eat. Alright. I woke up hungry. Okay. Alright, we'll just give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen, right? If you don't try, you'll never know. Alright, let's get that back in there. It was so funny when I first bought this. This was the very first embossing powder that I bought. And, you know, Velocity Vet 08, she has, which is actually 08, I believe. She has a video on different embossing powders, and it is really interesting. If you're just learning or you want to know more about embossing powders, you need to check out her channel, because she tells you how to use different embossing powders. And, you know, when I first started, I did not realize that there were, well, I mean, it's, you know, I just didn't know a lot about them, but I was intrigued. So let me go ahead and heat up my thingy. Alright, let's see what we get here. Well, even if it just gives it a little bit of a sparkle, I'm good with that. And it helps our ink to dry. I think it's cute. Alright, I'll let y'all be the judge. So, as you can see, it has a little bit of a sparkle. Alright. It has a hint. Alright, we'll put that to the side. Figure out if this glue is going to make me happy. I think it might be okay. I don't know. I'm not feeling that glue, y'all, even though it's kind of ripping my paper right now. I'm feeling that it's just not working out. Oh, this glue guy is driving me crazy. Okay, let's just help it out a little bit here. Alright. If that glue gun doesn't stick it, nothing will, right? Thank goodness for hot glue, huh? Stuff is amazing. Ah, much better, I think. Alright. Some of you guys, you might curl your little thingy before you put it on. Like I said, y'all, I am no expert by any means. I just kind of figure it out as I'm going. But we're all probably kind of like that, so. Which is why we do what we do. Eh. Back over there. There we go. Hot glue is the way to go. Oh, sorry. The only thing is you have strings to deal with. Alright, how many we're doing? Oh my gosh, we're at 38 minutes. Oh my goodness. This is going to be long videos. That is just craziness. Alright. Yeah. It is a little hot too. Alright, I wonder if I should try to. Well, that's definitely going to require a larger envelope. So, it has a little bit of a, I feel like I need one more. Kind of like these kind of curl up here. Let's curl those with our finger. Alright, and then kind of feel like it needs to have one more little more. Alright. I'll just hope it's straight. Yeah, I think it is. As straight as it can be. See, I told you, y'all, I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright, and we'll just, you know what would have been really cute? To put a piece of ribbon behind that. It looks like it's kind of at a little bit of a slant. But, we'll just say it's a visual effect. Okay. Alright. So I think this probably should be dry now. So, like I said, I'm just trying to keep it kind of at the same, though I'm almost kind of feeling like it needs to go in a different place. See, I had one thing in my mind, now I've totally changed. I could just go in the middle. Hey. I don't know. How do I feel about that? I think that's kind of plain. I think we're gonna stick with that, and then we're gonna put something here. But you know what? We don't have to do this yet. All right, so I will be right back, y'all. I'm just gonna take a quick break, and then I will be right back.